Good morning. It is really wonderful to be with you all and to see you all here. I am not exaggerating when I tell you this is one of the best days at the Capitol. You all will have so many meetings today. You'll meet with legislators, but I promise you, even the folks that you're not meeting with, everybody sees you here. And I get a lot of comments when we're in the lounge or about to go into conference or into session on the floor. People come up to me and say, FFA's here. The blue jackets are everywhere. They've taken over the Capitol. And so even just your presence here shows folks from all over the state, especially in our more urban areas, that our youth, our leadership, our FFA chapters are strong and they're growing into the future. And so your meetings are so important, but truly just your presence here makes such a big difference. I have the incredible privilege of chairing the Agriculture and Food Committee in the Senate. And I have an incredible partner in Assemblymember Lepardo, who we'll hear from, and our ranking members are here, who we will hear from too. And truly, we have a bipartisan partnership because we know that the work that we are doing, the work that you are doing, your families, your communities, is what is going to save us for the future. Building a little bit on what the governor said, the state of agriculture in New York is critical. This is the future, right? In the impacts of climate change and the climate crisis, what we're seeing happening in California, the Midwest, in Florida, that shifts food production and agri-production back to the Northeast, AKA New York. And so if we are not doing everything that we can to support our rural economies and the families and the businesses that grow and produce our food, we are going to be in a national security crisis and a broader crisis across our country, right? That's the frame of the work and the communities that you all are living in, and it is so important to continue to elevate that and educate both our friends, our colleagues, our members, and the people in your communities who may not even realize yet what that future looks like. And we fought really hard getting the best budget for agriculture in the state's history 3 years in a row, as soon as we became a partnership between both chairs in the legislature, and finding even more investments, supporting youth programs, and so many more. A little bit about me. I represent the 41st District. Shout out to Greenville. Yeah. Yes. But I ran for office when I was 32. And I graduated from high school in 2009, I graduated from college in 2009, high school in 2005. I know that feels like a long time ago, but I promise you in the scheme of things, it really was not that long ago. And I thought about how I wanted to get involved in my community, right? I saw the things that were happening in my community, the issues that we were facing were not being elevated the way that they needed to be. And I looked around, I looked at people who represented us and represented me, and I thought, they don't represent my values. They're not coming with the energy that they need and that I believe that we need to bring to change our world for the future for all of us. And I threw my hat in the ring, thought if we could bring some energy, bring some new ideas, switch it up a little bit, we'd be able to make real change. And so at 32, I ran for office in a district no one thought I had any business running in. And I'm incredibly proud of the coalition that we built and the work that we did to bring a young person from rural upstate New York in the Hudson Valley to come into the state Senate and actually talk about agriculture, talk about the infrastructure needs, and talk about the opportunities that we're providing to our next generations in the communities in which we come from. So you can do that too. And as the governor mentioned, you all are leaders. You're all leaders right now. If you're thinking about running for office, do it. Talk to people in your community. Obviously, it's in a little bit, but talk to people in your community. Get involved even more than you are because we need you. And I want to shout out a couple of my colleagues who are here. We have Senator Bailey from the Bronx. We've got Senator Myrie from Brooklyn. And we had Senator Leah Webb, who represents Binghamton and Ithaca. And this is, she has a clap and she had to go to another event. But, you know, there is a new crop of younger energy in the state legislature. And we're really excited about that. And we know that we're looking at the faces of the folks who are going to be here following us. So if you have any questions, please ask us. Thank you so much for being here. Really, your conversations, your leadership, your advocacy is so important, not just to you, your communities, but to our entire state and, quite frankly, our country. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you. It's our best day.